Good day and welcome to Charge Talk. I'm Donna Cwick, your host, and we're here at Rivian about to test drive an R1T with Tex, head of new construction at REVS, Refuel Electric Vehicle Solutions. Let's go get in the car. Tex works for REVS with me. He is the head of new construction consulting. Do you have any thoughts on electric vehicles?
I actually really like this. The power delivery on it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I've never been in a car that can do something like that. I've been in some pretty strong ICE vehicles, and this is definitely, it's different.
For those of you that don't know Tex, he loves cars. He's a huge Porsche head. Talk about cars for hours. About all aspects. He'll play with engines, so I thought it'd be really fun to have him come out and test drive this vehicle, and it really does have some pretty nice pickup.
Yeah.
And I work for REVS, Refuel Electric Vehicle Solutions. We install, manage, and revenue share EV charging stations nationwide. We've been doing this now for...
We're coming into our 5th year.
Wow.
As a company.
As a company. How long have you been with REVS?
I'm going into my 4th year right now.
How did you get into the EV charging game?
So I actually started out in electrical distribution. I worked for several electrical distributors here in the Houston area, some really big ones, some not so big. Basically, I started out building out one-line diagrams for projects, sizing transformers, panels, like pretty much everything that goes along with your the electrical design for any building.
Okay, wow.
And so it was kind of an easy transition for me to move from reading all of the electrical drawings to coming down to a very granular level, looking at just panels for EV. It was like going from playing the whole field to getting down to a single position.
When it comes to your role at REVS, can you give us a little bit of a breakdown of exactly what you do and what you offer as the head of new construction?
So basically, I'm the guy you want to come to as your property comes into the design phase. Once you have maybe your first set or your 50% set of drawings, I can easily take a look at it and give you guys recommendations on where to put the stations, what size panel to install, the type of breaker that should be powering the stations, conduit size, wire size. I help you design it from day one, and I basically hold you and your design team's hand all the way through commissioning.
Sounds like you have a ton of value to add.
I mean, there's a really big difference between working with us at REVS versus working with a manufacturer. Typically those guys are going to want to sell you units, so they're not going to take a look at what the actual demand might be. They're going to start you out with 10 stations and have you paying network fees on 10 stations that maybe not all of them are getting used.
At the end of the day, you're saving money for the bottom line.
Correct. Yeah, that's what REVS is looking out for. We are after the bottom line in general. As owner operators, the cost of things is really, really important to us. And, we're the type of company that gives you the advice as if we were going to own the equipment anyways, because we do offer to do that on multifamily properties.
And we do own equipment, so we're literally coming from that experience.
Exactly.
Can you think of any, off the top of your head, any mistakes, pitfalls you've seen people make regarding installation that could have been avoided if they had come to someone like you at REVS?
I mean, there's a number of things. One of the big things is we're brand agnostic. So we're not looking to push a certain brand. We take a look at it on a property by property basis, because the equipment that I'm going to suggest to you on a garden style property is not the same as it would be in a structured garage. In a structured garage, you're going to have a lot of communication problems, which is I would say probably 98% of the problems that happen with EV charging stations.
Oh yeah.
And, using us as your consultant, we can help you pick out equipment that doesn't even need cellular or Wi-Fi connectivity. So I think that's one of the really big things that we offer.
In the past, where we've come across projects where they've already laid conduit, they've already done all this placement, and then we have to come in and sometimes dig up cement and redo stuff that could have been avoided. Is that something you've seen as well?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's kind of difficult to explain to a customer early on, is how much we can actually save them in time and money by helping design the entire EV charging strategy. We have had projects where we have to, redo the conduit, where we have to break concrete in order to fix the errors that were done early on. And, if you engage us early enough, we can help avoid that stuff.
I feel like that is a huge advantage. Like, come to us before you even start anything so we can really make it right the first time.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got a couple of ground rules that we use also. Most people don't know that the stations can't be installed more than 150 feet from the panel, unless it's really planned for. And if it is going to go past that, you have to upsize the wire and upsize the conduit because of that, in order to account for voltage drop. I mean, I think that, engaging REVS in any EV charging project that you have is, it's a good idea. We have a lot of experience in installation. We have experience with manufacturers. We have experience with, finding an installer in your area. We've got a number of experts on our team that are just, they're dying to help you get your EV charging strategy right.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty easy to get it wrong. And, and it can come down to just even picking the right equipment. And never mind, designing the entire project. It can be as easy as something as like picking a brand.
And we deal with so many different brands, right? Because like you said earlier, we are brand agnostic. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
We live, eat, breathe, and sleep electric vehicle charging stations. So we know a thing or two. And not everyone is familiar with it. This industry is still kind of brand new, and we're constantly vetting out new units,
new vendors, new manufacturers, software vendors. I mean, there's a lot to be said about OCPP compliance. You have some small software designers that they might not be around in the next 3 to 5 years. What are you going to do with stations if they have that software? Is there a way to change it? And stuff, and that's stuff that we have a lot of knowledge on.
Yeah, I've noticed we will come across properties that want us to rip and replace old brands that no longer exist.
Mm-hmm. Or just brands that weren't getting the job done. And that's one of the great things about working with REVS is, it matters to us for the stations to work. We're not just selling you units. We're interested in it working and it being a service, an amenity, like something that we're going to install, we're going to hand over to you, and it's going to work. Mm-hmm. Ready?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. It's pretty good. Taking off in an airplane almost.
Yeah, it did feel like that. That's right. I'm going to smash it.
All right. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
Big thank you to Rivian Houston for the test drive. We both loved the spacious high-end feel of the R1S interior. The retractable flatbed and sleek touchscreen really stood out as impressive features. That's all for this episode of Charge Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on everything happening in the EV world.